So with Rive element feature available in this plugin now, so I have added a new setting to enable Rive upload, which is a .riv file. And if you don't have this checked and you try to upload your Rive file in your media folder, you will get an error. So make sure turn this option on, and then you will be able to upload your Rive files in your media folder and then copy the URL and use that. So we are going to add a Rive element in our Bricks Builder page. I have already created a template page, so I will be adding a Rive element to this specific div which I have highlighted. So let's just click on this plus icon, type Rive, and you will see Rive animation element pops up here, and just click on the Rive animation element and our element is added. And now let's just check out the available fields for the Rive element. And the first one is Rive title. You can type anything here, it's for your own reference. And a Rive URL, this will be the URL for your actual Rive file you have exported from the Rive application. I have already exported and uploaded my WordPress website, so I'm going to paste the URL here. Okay, and now it's asking me Rive artboard, so now we need to give the artboard name of our Rive file. For this, just go to the Rive application and check out the artboard name. We just have one artboard here and it's plant workshop, so let's just paste it. And now it's asking Rive state machine name, and let's just see the state machine name. Okay, so we just have one state machine. Let's just copy and paste it here. And it's really important that you provide both of these things, because it's important if you want to add a Rive animation on your website with this plugin. Okay, so it's good. And now let's just make the height of our Rive element 100%. 100%, and it's good. Our Rive element is added on our page with Bricks Builder. Now I'm showing you how to add Rive element in Divi5 page, and this is the template of the page I have already created in Divi, and it's a 2-column layout. And on the left column I'm going to add this spline, the Rive element. So yeah, this is the column. So let's just type Rive. Okay, so the element is added. You can also switch to this viewer also. So this is the Rive animation element we have, and the URL we already have copied for our Rive file which we exported from the Rive application. So I'm pasting it here, and I already know the state machine name, which is crawling behavior, and artboard is plant workshop. Okay, and let's just say fit mode cover. Right, and also let me make sure this Rive element height is 100%. So because it's going to be a sticky element on the left side, so we want it to be 100% in height. 100%. Okay. So the element is added, and since I have already added the animation, so it's working here. So this is how you can add Rive element in your Divi5 websites. Okay, let me add one more element in the Divi page, just so you can also view in the builder itself. Okay, let me just add Rive and paste the exported URL of Rive file. I have exported this Rive file, so trying to show this Rive element in the page as well as an example. And artboard name is cat. You can get these things from your Rive file itself, and the state machine name is state machine 1. State machine 1. Okay. Rive mode, cover or contain. And if we want to make it a little bigger, and let's say height width up, and if we want to make it a little bigger, and let's say height width also politics, and let's preview it. Okay, so here's our Rive element without any of the added animation from the plugin, and here's the Rive element which we added animation from the plugin itself. Okay, now let's see how you can add Rive element in your Elementor website. Right now I'm using Elementor free plugin for this demo, and this works with Elementor Pro as well. So let's just add Rive element and check out the settings available for it. So click on plus, type Rive, and the Rive element is added. So these are the same fields which are available for other builders as well: URL, artboard, state machine, and fit. So for URL, I have already copied the file I have exported, and this is the element we are going to use. So let me just paste the URL. Okay, so here is the URL, and artboard. So here is the URL, and artboard name is. Let's just copy it from here. And the state machine name is state machine 1. And now let's update the width and height for our Rive element. I want it in pixels, let's say 400 pixels in width, and I want height to be 200 pixels. Okay, so this reset is showing appropriate size now for the button, and let's preview it now. Okay, so this is how we add Rive element in our Elementor website, and this animation is basically coming from the Rive application itself. So this is not added via plugin. Okay, so yeah, so that's it for Elementor. Okay, now we are going to add this type of scrolling animation with the Rive file which we just used, and we will be creating that animation with the plugin, and now I'm going to show you that. So to add our Rive animation to our page, we need to go to the animation builder of this plugin, and for that just go to your dashboard, website dashboard, and find the spline animation menu item, hover over it and click on the spline animation link. These names will be changing in future because this plugin is not about spline only, it's also have added Rive. So this is just for time being. The name, don't get confused with the namings. And click on this, and then you will be landing on the animation builder page, and from here we will be selecting the page where we want to add our animation. The page name is Rive tree while scrolling. Okay, so here is our page, here is our Rive element item, and we want to add a scrolling animation. So first just click on the Rive element item, and this will notify that you want to add animation to this specific element. Now we want to add a scrolling animation, so click on this plus icon, and this while scrolling on view, click on this, and you will see in library our while scrolling item is created. Now click on it to open it. Let's just name it something like tree scrolling. Okay, and animation 0%, like when the animation starts happening. We want when the container is fully visible, and the trigger ID or class or container we want for this animation will be body, because we want when the whole page is scrolled down, so we can just target body here. So let's just add our first item in the animation, and let's just say 0%, like when our container is at 0%, we want our variable for the Rive file. This will be available in your Rive file, which you will be adding in the Rive app. So it's available in the plugin, and we want this to be 0 at the 0% scroll. And when our page is scrolled down at the bottom, which is 74, so just duplicate the animation and type 74, and let's make our scroll percent variable here. So the tree has gone to the full extent. Okay, so this is our animation complete. Let's just preview our animation. Okay, so this is how our animation is looking good. So let's just save our page and preview it outside of our builder. Okay, so this is how our scrolling animation for the Rive element is added. Now I'm showing you the page, and this is the Rive element animation we are going to create next. This is the mouse move over animation, and this is a scrolling animation. So we are going to create this next. Okay, so for this tutorial, I have created a page template in my Brick Builder website, and have added this Rive element, which you are seeing right now. This is the Rive element, and this is the URL, and the artboard name is the snakes, and state machine name is state machine one, and fit is contained. So the page is already there. So I'm just going to create the animation, and for that we will be going to the animation builder of the plugin. So here it is. I've already opened the page where we are going to add this animation, and I've selected the Rive element. Here it is. So now let's select scrolling animation first, and let's just not name it. You can name it whatever you like. The 0% will be fully visible when the viewport starts scrolling, and we want container um, to be body, since we want the whole page scrolling interaction, and then the Rive animation will be happening. So body container will be good. Now let's just create our first animation for 0%, and you can see all the Rive variables are available in our animation, and we are going to select this snaking a variable, and we'll be making it 0 at the 0% scroll. And let's just go down page to the last part of the page, which is 70%. Let's select it 76, and let's make this snaking to be 100. And now let's just preview our animation. So you can see the scrolling animation is working as expected. Now let's create mouse move over element animation. Click on the plus icon, and click on mouse move over element, and select it. And for container, trigger container, we want to use body, since we want the mouse interaction to work for whole page. So there are two parts of this animation, mouse X and mouse Y. Let's select mouse X first, and at 0% of this mouse X movement, we want blob horizontal variable to be 0, and at 100% we want it to be 100, and blob horizontal to be 100 as well. And on mouse Y, we want at 0% blob vertical to be 0, and let's just duplicate it and say 100, and blob vertical will be 100 as well. And the rest position for the mouse X will be 50%, Y for 50%, and the smoothing will be 100%. Let's select that. Now let's preview our animation. So this is how our mouse move over element animation is working. Let's just save it, and let's preview our animation outside of Builder. Okay, so this is how our mouse move over element animation is working, and this is how our scrolling animation is working, which is working as expected. So looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to show how to add this type of Rive animation, like when you are doing some sort of action in your form, and see the Rive element is interacting. And when we are focusing in the password field, you can see the state is toggled, and when you hover on the button, there's also some action happening. So I will be showing how to add this type of animation with this plugin. Okay, so since we are animating our Rive element on the interaction with our form element, and this type of animation type is not available in the plugin, although hover animation and other types of animations are available. So what I did is I have exposed the Rive object itself, so you can integrate the Rive animation with your custom code as well. And this type of animation where we are interacting with forms is a great example to show how you can use the exposed Rive object within your custom code. So what I did is the exposed Rive object name is Rive instances. So if you go in console log and type Rive instances, you can see all your Rive instance available here. Let's just see in list, we have one Rive element, so it should be just one element, and we have different type of data available here. The most important data is ID inputs. These all are inputs coming from your Rive file, and yeah, these two things are the most important. So ID, how this ID is structured, if you go to your Rive page and to your Rive element, you can see this part of your ID, Rive element ID, which is created by the page itself. So this is added in the ID and the artboard name. So we have added our artboard name called new artboard. So it is structured like that. So you need this, and all the inputs variable are available here, like boolean, which is true and false, number, which will be number, and trigger, which is just a trigger action. There is no true and false. And yeah, so we have three type of inputs. So what you can do is, what I did is I just added a code element and targeted this form with the query selector, and whenever any input element is being user is typing in, I am setting my Rive instance input called typing, which is a variable which you will be creating in your Rive file itself. So this is just example, and this is the trigger type. So I have added fire. So whenever someone is typing like this, you can see, so this action is triggering. And on the password input, I have I'm setting this GS level variable, which is available in the Rive file, to 1. So you can see when I focus on it, it goes to this state and focus out. So this it looks like this. And yeah, this is what it is with the custom code. I will be of course creating documentation in the text format as well for better readability and better understanding. So this is how you can use the expose Rive object in your custom code and create animations like this. And yeah, and of course the hover animation on this submit form button is from the plugin. So let's just select the Rive element and go to the library, and this is the mouse hover animation. I think this one it is. Yeah, so this is the hovering animation where we are triggering the surfing variable from your Rive element, and on hover out we are unchecking the surfing variable. And for the target element where this hover interaction should happen is the form element ID and the bricks button inside it. So this is how hover animation is done. We can just preview it like this, and that's how this form Rive animation is created. Okay, so this completes our tutorial, and this is how you can create Rive animation, the new feature which comes to this plugin. And in future I will be creating more tutorials to show how you can create different type of Rive animations in your website, and also spline content as well, as this is a part of the plugin. And make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get future updates. And yeah, thank you for watching.